lot, turn me up.
Yo, what's good? Welcome back to another episode of the Married Bunch podcast. It's your boy William,
Keonda,
Nico,
Brianna,
Chris,
Crystal.
Today's episode is called Maintaining Me. Knowing who you are and growing yourself in a relationship is just as important as growing in the marriage. When one loses their identity in a relationship, it completely changes the relationship. So the bunch will discuss their own experiences and how they promote self-care. So bunch, what is independence in the marriage?
So for me, I think independence within the marriage is not meaning like you're separated or, you're divorced, but independence in the marriage is knowing who you are in the marriage and still maintaining yourself for that person to grow your relationship.
All right.
Sure. I think she just gave the exact. Everybody pretty much probably gonna say the same thing.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so cultivating independence without drifting apart. So how do you remain independent without drifting away in the marriage or away from your spouse?
I think, man, just keeping that connection and communication. Still doing the things that you like to do yourself, but also, respecting the independence of your partner. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yep. Bae, answer that question for me.
So, yeah, it's kind of like what Chris said. Still making sure that you do things for yourself, and the drifting apart, making sure that you include your partner in the things that you like to do for yourself. So, that's just one way of still keeping your independence. Communication, doing what you like to do, and then communicating those things with your partner.
So basically, like, just being open about what you like to do, really.
And what you need.
What you need, yeah. What about you, Chris?
Excuse me. I think the same thing. I think the main thing is just making sure, you keep your marriage a priority. Just make sure you do the same thing for yourself. I don't know no other way to put it. Basically, like what they said.
Right. So, do y'all think that independence will handicap the marriage in a way?
No. I feel like whenever I came into my marriage, our marriage, I was very independent. So it is a learning process. It is something that you have to learn to start to incorporate your partner in certain things. So where you're single, you have a single mentality. I'm going to do what I need to do. I'm going to pay this bill. I'm going to go do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. But just remembering that your partner is your help, they're your helpmate. So you don't have to have that independent mentality all the time. I think that independence is still important. I mean, I can get into financial, stuff, making sure you still have something that is your own, but again, communicating these things with your partner. I think it's still very important to maintain a sense of being independent,
Right.
Yeah, I think it's important that when we're talking about independence, it doesn't mean like you go do your own thing all the time.
Right.
Because that's the drifting apart aspect. You have to know and do things for yourself because, at the end of the day, you have to take care of yourself for the relationship. Mm-hmm. But does marriage handicap independence? It could, and it's not a negative thing, right? I would say because
it kind of goes into the next question, codependent on your spouse to do things. And so things that I used to do when I was independent, I don't have to worry about now because I had no Nico do it for me. So I do lack that independence because I know my man's going to take up and do what I need to do. So I don't know if handicap is the correct word, but you do get definitely codependent on your spouse.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna kind of go back to the first question because I feel like we were kind of dry there. So do you feel like you can maintain independence and be married? Do you feel like this is possible then?
Well, it's kind of hard because yes and no, because you want to make sure you're independent, but the part is, even with your independence, with doing your hobbies and things you like, you still want to incorporate your husband. So are you really being independent if you're still incorporating your husband in all the things that you like to do? Okay,
so let me ask this, because like I said, I came into my marriage as a very independent person. I had my own house. I had my own car. No, So, I mean, I still feel like for me as a person who came into a situation like that, I feel like that's still important to me to be able to say, yes, we did these things together, but also saying like, hey, I have my own individual accomplishments that I did for myself. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't know how y'all feel about that. I still feel like it is, to me, important to maintain some independence in the relationship. It's just different because you do have to communicate these things with your partner.
Yeah, and that's why I say, like, I wouldn't, like, I know at my job, there's a lot of spouses that work together, which is cool for them, but I wouldn't want to work with Nico because that is my time to be independent and to be Brianna. Like, it's not Nico's wife, I'm Brianna, and they know me, and not Nico and me. Mm-hmm. So that's my place to be who I am because everything else is kind of mixed in and intertwined. But I think is important because after a while, if you don't know who you are, who can you be for him if I don't know who I am?
That's true.
Right. I think, too, just having an understanding that your partner has these things that they like to do, you know what I'm saying, for themselves. And also, it's going to be times where the independent things that you like to do before, you're going to have to include your spouse into it. It's like me, when we met, I was laid back. I enjoyed time just chilling by myself at the crib, you know what I'm saying, not really going anywhere. So, but when we came together, you know what I'm saying, I had to start doing some of the things that she liked to do, going some of the places that she liked to go, you know what I'm saying? So, it's just about coming together.
All right. So that'll take me into my next question, the dangers of codependency. Can you become too dependent?
Just like you said, I feel like it's dangerous to become too dependent upon somebody. So I feel like this, God forbid, we all have an expiration date, right? And there's going to be certain things that we need to know. Me working in a field where, like, I work with like a lot of older people, a lot of women are in a place of like, just oblivious because their husbands have took care of everything for them. And whenever they lose their husband, now they have to rely on their children or somebody else. They're just lost. They don't know what to do at all. So again, it is still important for me. And I feel like it can be very dangerous if you don't have some type of independence within your relationship. Yes, because you are married, you have to talk about it. You guys got to work through it together. But I don't ever want to be in a state that if I lose you, God forbid, or something happens within our marriage, God forbid, that I am lost. I don't know how to pay a bill. I don't know where this bill is from. I don't know who the loan is from. I don't know what bank I don't want to be that codependent on anybody.
Right. Yeah, that's a good perspective. I didn't think about it that way. Definitely, it's important to, especially finance, just knowing stuff for yourself, because there's so many cases where people get divorced, and like you said, and they have no clue where the money's coming from, or they have no money of their own, so they're depending on this man. So I understand that. But with codependency, we were kind of talking about this. We were talking about everything today, I guess. Maybe because we were about to record this episode, but I do have I have independence, but sometimes, like I said, I get so used to him doing stuff that I do get codependent on him. I remember, like, I had a work trip and I had to go out of town, and usually when we go out of town, he takes care of everything. And when I went, it was paid for because of my job, but when I got there, I was like, oh Lord, I need to get a Lyft. Oh, I don't have the Lyft app, so I had to download the Lyft app. And then I was like, oh Lord, I gotta go eat by myself, right? So it was kind of like, it was funny because I'm like, dang, I need to kind of do this when we are together so I can remember how to do it, because when you're together for so long, you get so comfortable. And so it's important to still remain codependent on yourself, not only your husband, but on yourself as well.
So that was a good learning experience for you.
Yeah.
And
it reminded me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much you really rely on him.
Yeah. It reminded me. What were you saying about it earlier, Ben?
Oh, I'm very codependent on Bree. Since we've been together, it's the truth. Since we've been together, it's like we don't have any time apart. So when I'm by myself doing anything, it's kind of like I have anxiety. Like, I'm by myself. I'm going in the store by myself. I'm doing this by myself. Like, I need Bree with me. It feels funny. But the only time I don't feel that way is like when I'm at work. But outside of that, I want her beside me.
Really?
Oh,
sweet.
Yeah. I don't know if it's sweet, but
But honestly, until that work trip, we had really never been apart that many days.
Yeah.
That was our longest time being apart, a week from each other.
Yeah.
So
not in the same bed and all that.
Yeah, so it was weird for us. And like, some people might think that's weird, but like, we genuinely enjoy each other. And like I said, if we get sick of each other, then we can go somewhere else in the house. You know what I mean? But
I'm quick to say going upstairs. If I need some time
out.
But then I'm gonna come upstairs. So
5 minutes later.
Yeah. Yeah.
Crystal, what you think about that?
I mean, I'm like that a little bit, which is it'll be shocking to people, but even when it comes down to something simple as going to the grocery store, like when we do grocery shopping, he has to come with me. Like, I just can't do it. I cannot do it. So, I mean, I'm a woman who doesn't, and it's not like I don't know how to do it. It's just,
she just want me to do it.
You don't have to do it alone.
Right. Well, the thing is, like, my attention span is just not long. After being in the store for like 10, 15 minutes, I'm ready to go. Like, I want to rush through everything. And I'm like, he got to pick up stuff. You want this? I'm like, get what you want. I'm going to get what I want so we can. But I really cannot go grocery shopping by myself. I cannot do it. I'm not going to say I cannot do it. No, I am going to say I can't do it. I just can't. Mentally, I can't handle it.
I'm just like, it's not an in and out process. She get ill after probably like the first 10 minutes in the store.
Yeah,
no, it's more so like 15 minutes. Like, I'm already in 15 minutes. I have what I want in the basket already.
So you gotta go down each aisle and make sure. And
exactly.
Takes time.
Thank you. Somebody joining.
I heard it
on my side.
Be quiet.
I think I'm like the same way, like what Nico said, because I can go in by myself, but I call Keith 15 times while I'm in the store. Like I call her like 15 times because she's not there with me. Like I need her there with me. So, babe, is anything you need? You sure? Yeah. Absolutely positive. What you think about me getting this?
Yeah.
Like, I ask a million questions, like, because I want her there. Like, it's just weird without you being there with me.
And I think a lot of it is, for me, it's because I never lived on my own. Like, you think about it, I never really had to go grocery shopping. Now, I can run to the store. Like, let's say if we want spaghetti tonight, I can run to the store to get the stuff to make the spaghetti. But as far as getting groceries for the house, I just...
Yeah, because we can be like... I can be like, all right, Crystal, just go ahead. I got to work today. Just go ahead to the store while I'm at work. Nah.
I'll wait until Saturday or Sunday. Like, no, we gonna go. He be like, go ahead, go to stuff. No, I'm just gonna get us some fast food tonight, and then we gonna go this
She
weekend.
is
But
not gonna pull up at the grocery store by herself at
not
all.
to do no grocery shopping, no. And I think as far as Chris, now you tell me if I'm wrong. I feel like when it comes to Jeremiah, he depends on me a lot more.
Oh yeah, for sure. You definitely. I mean, that's just because he used to. You come through all the time. So.
I'm talking about you.
Oh, you talking about me?
Yeah, I ain't talking about him. I'm talking about you.
So
Like
hold on,
you so used to like us, like me do certain things. It's to the point like, oh, I know when it comes to this.
yeah,
Like he can't even tell you the last time he probably bought Jeremiah some clothes.
yeah. I can't say. It's because in the beginning, coming from a place where I used to have to do everything myself. Once she came into the picture, you know what I'm saying. She's been doing that now for so many years. Like she right, I don't even school clothes or whatever. Like she automatically do it, and I can't say I'm very dependent on that. I
You
don't
and me
even
both,
ask.
bro.
So, but it's good because before I didn't have that. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
So it's a blessing.
Yeah, but every once in a while I'm like, hey,
Yeah,
That communication thing, see?
like, hey, what's going on? Did you forget?
But that's kind of like what I said earlier. Like, when you have it, you get used to it. So that's
Right.
why, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So,
But like you said, the communication, because I don't want, just because I done got used to it, I don't want to like overbearing her with
Right.
Yeah.
that. You know what I'm saying?
So rolling to the next topic, establishing your needs. What would y'all consider being whole in a relationship? Or what's the definition of being whole in a relationship?
So, being whole in a relationship to me is where if you don't find anybody, if God keeps you at a single lifestyle, you are able to maintain life and be okay. You are able to maintain life and still be happy. You are able to maintain life and pay your bills. You are able to function as a human being and still feel fulfilled if you remain single for the rest of your life. You're not saying that you don't desire a relationship, but it's not something that you need, if you get what I'm saying.
yeah. I think it's important that being whole is super important, but it's not as, I guess what I'm trying to say is you should not go looking for a relationship or want to have a child to fulfill something for yourself, right? You got to be whole for yourself and be the best self for you, right? And who God has called you to be. And a lot of times, a lot of people, whether it's through trauma or things that happen in their past, or they let those things hinder them, and they look for those people to fulfill, or it's like a puzzle. They try to find that missing puzzle to feel whole, and then that's the problem with relationships. It hinders it and impacts it because you're just looking for the wrong things just to fill that spot. And that's why a lot of things when people have children, you have all these things that happen in children because you just wanted a child to fill that little spot, but then you're not even taking care of the child or doing for that child. So that's what goes wrong.
Yeah. So kind of like what you're saying, like because you're lonely, you don't go out and find a partner just because you're lonely. You have to be able to be fulfilled by yourself. It's not I'm looking for you to complete me. You're already going into something as a complete person. Not saying that you have to be completely healed, because that is a process that you're going to do for the rest of your life. But you should go into it self-aware, of what you need and be able to communicate that with somebody else. If you can't communicate what you need, if you're not able to sit by yourself alone and enjoy your own time, why do you feel like somebody else is going to be able to enjoy you? You can't even enjoy yourself.
Yeah. And sitting alone is important. So many people cannot sit by themselves. They have to be in a room with noise. And, you know, or they can't go out to eat by themselves, or they can go out to the movies by themselves. And I'm not saying that doesn't mean you're whole, but it is important that as an individual, you know who you are and you can just be by yourself, no noise.
Very important.
Now hold up, wait a minute. I can be by myself, but I cannot go out to eat by myself, and I can't go to the movies by myself.
Yeah, and I said that doesn't mean you're not whole. I'm not saying that doesn't mean you're whole, but I'm just saying being able to do things for yourself and do things by yourself.
Right. Yeah, being able to enjoy time alone.
Right.
Like, we went out to eat breakfast this morning. And I was like, I don't know if this lady is here by herself or what. And he was like, yeah, she's here. And I was like, more people should be able to do that. Not saying you got to go out to eat by yourself, but just being able to enjoy yourself. More people should be able to do that. And not feel bored or feel, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is awkward. Like, because you're there by yourself. More people should be able to do that.
Yeah. And I don't know if it's because of my job. I don't know what it is. But as I get older, like, I don't even need music to pacify me anymore. Like, I need some quiet sometimes. And I think maybe that's because of my job, because I'm so noisy. But, you know.
I need that music, baby.
I don't.
And that's therapy for people in itself. So, you know.
That's true.
I need it. So basically what I took from what y'all said is just like basically knowing yourself fully before actually trying to get to know somebody else. That's basically what I took from that.
Yeah.
Because if you don't know who you are, why would you even attempt to try to get to know somebody else if you don't know who you are? If you're not whole.
And still understanding that it's a process of getting to know yourself. Like, you're going to change. You're going to grow up.
Right.
But the person that you are, you're not looking for happiness within somebody else. Okay, for an example, if you are my happiness, right? If you have an off day where you can't be that for me, I'm going to feel like it's time for a divorce. We got to divorce each other because he is not making me happy. But that's not your job to make me happy. I have to have some type of peace and joy within myself. You get what I'm saying? Because that's a lot of stress on you if you're constantly worried about trying to make me happy so we don't lose our marriage. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Nico, how you feel about that?
I agree.
You make me sing. Golly.
Yes.
I agree.
Okay, so why is maintaining one's passion or hobbies crucial in a relationship?
I think it's very crucial because you can lose yourself fast, and I don't think people realize how fast it can happen. Because I'm just gonna be honest, at some point I kind of felt like I kind of lost myself a little bit. Like, once, I'm not even gonna say once I got married, but it's just like once you get into that role, you know, you're a wife or you taking on a parent role, something that you're not used to, you just get so caught up into doing that. I got to the point where I wasn't even doing things that I like to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it stopped for a long period of time, and then finally it's just like, well, dang, I used to go shopping a lot. Like, what happened? Now every time when I do go shopping, it ain't about me, you know? So it's very crucial to maintain that, because if not, you're gonna be stuck in the motion of focusing on everybody else, making sure they straight, and you forget about yourself.
And so I think that's tied to, you know, the whole independence thing, what we talked about in the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Doing the things that you like to do. I mean, because if you steer away from that completely, you got to realize some of those things that you like and what those things that made you who you are, that's what made your spouse connect to you.
That's good,
true.
Chris.
You know what I'm saying? So if you lose that, you know what I'm saying, that's going to cause a whole situation right there. So.
Right. Definitely. How much time do y'all think is too much alone time?
Whenever you become selfish in your relationship, in your marriage, you know what I'm saying, to where you only thinking about yourself, that's when it becomes a problem.
When you look up and you gonna spend more time with yourself
Right.
than time with your spouse or your family. You have to have a balance here.
For sure. Yeah.
Anybody else?
I think probably everybody agree
Yeah.
with that.
Right. All right, so moving on. Going after things you want. How do you grow your hobbies?
Well, I feel like growing your hobbies, I mean, it's still finding the time to do the things that you like. So if I know with him, bowling is something that he likes to do. He loves bowling. So finding time, even if I don't want to go bowling or the family don't want to go bowling, still doing stuff that you like to do, you know, outside of us. For me, I know that I like to shop. I like putting things together. I like decorating. I like, you know, so even if I'm not out spending money, just, you know, looking, Pinterest, you know, still finding time to incorporate things that I like, reading. So do what you like.
Yeah, I think this year we made a little bingo board about different things that we want to achieve this year, and a lot of some of my little spaces were about like definitely cultivating those hobbies, and because there's things that I used to do, but like with time and stuff, I haven't really done. Like I used to play basketball. I really miss basketball. Like I don't know, all of a sudden I just been really missing playing basketball. So I've been looking into like, you know, little rec leagues and, you know, just different things. And so just seeking out something so you can do the things that you love, even if it's from the past or, you know, something in the present. I also want to learn how to crochet. I used to crochet in elementary school, and a lot of people have been doing that. So like that's one of my goals this year, to do that and do it for myself. So, you know, just picking stuff up and just doing it.
Yep.
Yeah. I think hobbies is definitely important to yourself. Basically just doing what you like to do. Like I just love music. All types of music. It's real therapeutic for me. My wife she get upset all the time, man, because I just love music. At work, at home, in the car, all the time. I got to have music. So like growing your hobbies, I just listen to more music.
So it's not that I don't like him to listen to music. It's too loud. Exactly. It is too loud. So what I want him to do is write music. That's quiet. I like my quiet time.
I do that
Write
too.
music. Don't listen to it. Just write.
I do
Get some headphones.
Get you some headphones.
Just a little bit. I do
Golly.
that too.
Yeah, I can be writing music, and this one right here.
Now you really about to sit up here and tell a lie. But I'm gonna let you tell it. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
man. But as far as growing hobbies, it's good to actually see, you know, come together too and create new hobbies collectively.
That's
you know what I'm
right.
saying? And actually see where the growth is and do new things. You know what I'm saying? And go from there.
Yeah.
I do. I think that's a good thing. Like, try to do something together like a hobby.
Yeah, hobby
Even-
together,
that's-
a new
I
hobby
like that.
together.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah, because my husband, when he get a hobby,
He goes.
he goes ham.
Overboard. Good
Yes,
God Almighty.
yes. So when he used to love couponing, when we first got married,
I loved it.
he
when
got he got into couponing, and we were at every Dollar General in North Carolina every day. But we did it together, and that made him happy. So now it's his record. So
It should make you happy. All of the detergent I had for years.
I'm trying to tell you, I was so happy. I was so happy.
I think all of us benefited.
I was so happy.
some of y'all out there too.
Detergent for days.
I tell you.
So I need a bundle.
That's right.
For real.
I mean, if you're gonna do it, don't half-ass.
Yeah, for real.
And I go hard in the paint.
Get back into that hobby, y'all.
Shoot.
So moving on to the next question. How can hanging out with people outside of your spouse be important?
Fresh perspective. I feel like sometimes getting away from a situation gives you a fresh perspective on when you come back into it. I need time to sometimes just clear my head, and then once I come back into the situation, now it's kind of like charging your phone. You get what I'm saying? Like if I'm on low here, I may need to step out, and sometimes just hanging out with a friend, having a laugh with a friend, coming back, now I can have a fresh perspective on us. I can deal. Yeah, I'm recharged. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
But
good.
I don't even think it's talking about like dealing with like relationship stuff. I think it's just
Hanging out.
hanging out,
Yeah.
enjoying other people besides your spouse.
Right, because you
doing
still
girl
gotta-
time.
You still
That's
gotta
what I'm
make.
saying. I need that to recharge.
Oh, that's what you're saying. Oh, okay.
I need to recharge. Like I need time apart. I mean, you know.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
miss
talking
you.
about,
So
like-
now, I
okay.
need to recharge.
Gotcha.
Separate, come back. Yeah.
Yes, I understand. Yeah, definitely important.
And it's important too because you want to maintain your relationship,
That's true. Yeah.
like with your friends, your family members, and stuff. So, just being able to have that alone time with them, it helps out.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I want to recharge together.
Lord Jesus.
But that's just me, you know.
Yeah,
feel
but
that.
like we said, the work thing does help us out because we get some time away, and then it makes us miss each other, until we home,
Yeah, because we
So-
would literally be up under each other every day, all day, probably.
Yeah, but
That's
you
how
got
we
one of-
are a little bit.
Yeah.
But like we go to work, we come home, and we pretty much together.
Mm-hmm.
Every once in a while, we'll do something. Like he went and saw Dave Chappelle with his coworkers, and this weekend I'm going to a concert with my friends. So, but most of the time we at the house together.
Yeah.
Lately we've been
Right.
going to a bunch of basketball games together. So you need that kind of.
And it's a blessing when you can find somebody that you actually want to do stuff with.
Yeah.
Because some people don't want to do stuff with their spouse or a significant other or something like that. So,
That's true, because you got some people, they coming up with all these things to do just to stay away from the house.
right.
You feel me? So,
And be shocked when they get a divorce.
right.
Well, that's true because I feel like that's why a lot of people. Now I could be wrong, but this is just my opinion. But I feel like that's why a lot of people struggled during the pandemic. You used to being out and about, and then
Yeah.
you stuck at home.
I loved it.
I loved it
I
too.
loved it too.
Hell, lock us down again.
No, but I like it. Don't lock it down again now. Shoot.
That no traffic, I'll take it.
Yeah.
But I think that's kind of like, because what do you guys consider yourself, extroverts or introverts?
Intra. I don't know
No,
why
she's
you
a-
know.
You're
She's
an
an
extra.
extra.
Yeah, whatever they call it, extra intro.
I am a introvert. I am y'all. I don't know why y'all say that.
She goes both ways when it comes to that.
I'm a little bit of both.
I can see that. Bookie.
I don't know what I am.
Extrovert. He love meeting people. He will tell you he don't like talking to people. He don't like meeting people, but he love talking and meeting people.
Think so.
Yes, God, he talk to people so much it makes me uncomfortable. Like I'd be like, please stop this conversation. Jesus.
And I'm the opposite. I'm definitely an introvert.
He go both ways.
I don't. No. If I have rise to the occasion if I have to, but other than that, I don't talk to me when you see me.
I feel the same way. Like if I see you in the store, y'all,
Oh, I'm going.
I'm going the other way. And it's not
Exactly.
that I'm trying to be mean. It's just like I'm
Yeah.
like, God, this is awkward for me to have to talk to people
It's
sometimes.
weird.
And
It
I
is
don't feel like
awkward.
talking.
Yeah.
Yes, and I hate small talk.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I hate small talk.
So what are you, Bree?
Definitely introvert, and both of us are introverts. So sometimes I have to be an extrovert, and then sometimes he has to be an extrovert in situations.
Brianna, you are a teacher.
See, people don't understand that about being a teacher. Like, we can talk in front of kids the entire time, you know what I mean? Do what we need to do. But when we start to talk in front of, like, regular adults, like, that's hard. So, yeah, I'm definitely an introvert.
I think I am too.
Y'all know this man.
No, I don't.
Yeah, I say you're
I don't think
extrovert.
that's right.
You don't think so?
No.
I mean, I think everyone has a little bit
Yeah,
of both,
everybody
but
got a
you
little
have
bit.
one that you lean towards a little bit more. You seem like extrovert. Chris, what are you?
I already know where I'm leaning. Leaning in.
That he is.
Definitely leaning in. I'm like Nico, like for real. I really ain't trying to talk a lot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And I definitely ain't gonna be the one that really start
Facts.
jump off a conversation.
Yeah.
Nope.
I'm not going to initiate
You
nothing.
pointing at me? What?
Y'all, have y'all seen him at work?
No.
Like how he just talked to people. Have you seen
I'm at
that?
work.
No, not at work. I mean, in
She
at
like the
work.
situation.
Like, yeah, like you
Oh.
are a talker.
No, I'm not.
I mean, but it's a good thing.
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
a good
hey,
thing.
I wish I was more
I
like
wish
that.
I was more like that too, because you
I
get
wish
to
I could
meet
be
more
more
people.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But other than that, don't talk
I don't
to me.
think I am.
I'm like dead serious. I hate it. It's so awkward.
It is awkward.
It's very awkward. Especially when people want to continue to talk.
Yeah.
Like, damn, you clearly see I don't want to say nothing else. I say that's crazy 10 times.
Just about to say that. Just about to say that.
I just be laughing. I'm like, oh, really? Okay.
Oh my god.
I was like, damn, that's crazy.
I mean, damn. Get the hint.
Right.
Well, anyway.
That'll make her go in. That's crazy. Yeah, man, it is crazy. Let me tell you. Yeah.
I be trying, but it's hard.
Crazy.
It's a hard task.
That's funny.
Because I know me, like, I'd be disrespectful quick.
Nope.
Who? Man, you crazy. And that's probably why I'm like that. Because I don't be wanting to disrespect people for real. I really don't.
Okay.
Because my tone and my delivery be
Completely different when you
It
talk
be
to
off.
people.
It be off.
If y'all could hear him talking to his friends at work, like, hey, man, me can say, man,
I'm
yo,
at
what's up,
work.
man?
I'm at work. I work with all.
hey, me no like that, man. we do that.
She about to get his canceled.
You finna have all the man. Nico, you gotta take that out.
But he is so like friendly to his people. And they friendly to him, like, hey, well. They do. He's friendly, so I don't know what.
So
he's
y'all,
talking
I
about.
work with a lot of Mexicans.
And there's no shade. That's
lot of
that's how they
Mexicans.
talk, y'all.
Shout out to Jose. Y'all crazy. So what is the link between personal happiness and relationship satisfaction?
I think it go back to what we was talking about earlier, man. It's just, doing the things that, taking care of yourself first, making sure that you straight and being whole, and then that's where you can bring more to the relationship itself, more to the marriage.
Yep, I agree.
I feel like you can't have one without the other.
Yep,
Right.
that makes sense.
Because there's no way I can feel fulfilled in my marriage if I'm not happy on my own.
That's a big one.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a big
Yeah,
one.
because if you're miserable, you're gonna be miserable in your relationship.
Facts. Facts.
There's a lot of people like that.
Yep.
I mean, it's the truth.
Yep.
It is, because a lot of people feel like having a man or having a woman is the be all.
End all be all.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what they say, misery love company.
And too, like, a lot of people spend all this time searching for somebody and not really searching themselves, learning themselves, knowing what they need for themselves. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
they're moving backwards.
Yeah,
Golly, y'all
and
know
we
that
were
song,
just
man.
talking. We were just talking about that. How like I like Love Is Blind, y'all, and we were talking about how a lot of times people don't know the reason why they're actually single. They think they always have the blame on someone else. That's the reason why they're single, but they don't. They're not introspective and like, yeah, you're the reason why you're single. All the stuff that you got going on, that's the reason why you're single.
Right.
In every relationship, there's a common denominator.
Right.
Exactly.
So moving on. How do people lose themselves in marriage? And have you ever lost yourself? Nico?
I've never lost myself, but I feel like people, they want to be with somebody so bad and just be so, desperate, you want to say? They just, give that person their all. They do what the person want. They do this, that, and the third, and they just lose themselves. But you can't lose yourself in a marriage. It's a marriage. You have to be together. It can't just be all on one person, about one person.
Right.
So, But no, as far as me, no, that's never going to happen. I don't play that.
Nico is crazy.
Don't pay me no mind, y'all.
You want to be with somebody so bad, but no.
I mean, hey, the things we've seen, some people do some things to have somebody in their life.
But sometimes just your family unit. Like, you
Yeah.
get caught up with your kids, schedules
Yeah.
and stuff. So,
And that's what I was about to say. I was being so good at being a mom. I was being so good at being a wife that I forgot how to be good at being Keonda. So, and I found that in that time, for me, it was more like I was living a routine type of life. It was, I wake up, I know I got to get the kids here. I got to get them there. They got practice. We coming back home. We got to do this. We got to do that. All right, I'm going to spend time with him. We're going to watch a movie. We're going to watch Sunday. Sunday, we got this. And it was a routine. I found that I wasn't enjoying the moments. And I found that I was like, okay, today Monday. Come on, God, make it Tuesday. Okay, God, Wednesday. Come on, I'm ready for Friday to get here so I can rest. And then Saturday get here. And then, you know what I'm saying? And I found that life was a routine. And I had to slow it down. Even though I'm ready for Friday, I can't miss out on Monday through Thursday because I'm rushing Friday. You know what I'm saying? So there was a moment in my marriage that I did lose myself because I got caught up in the routine of life.
right.
What about you? Do you ever feel like you lost yourself, William? Have you lost yourself in the marriage before, now?
Yeah, I could say I lost myself. Going back to what I was saying earlier, like far as those hobbies that I had to let go. And I could just like for real, I could just say it, like drinking alcohol. I was starting to lose, myself, and a lot of other things because I didn't want to let go of the alcohol. So, I almost lost myself and really almost lost my marriage because I was drinking. So I definitely had to let that go. So yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And even something like that was deep. Let's breathe. Whew. But even something simple. We was talking about this when we was at breakfast earlier, and I don't eat pork, right? I don't eat pork. I haven't ate pork in forever. And when I got with him, he stopped eating pork. So
Because you don't eat it.
because I don't eat it.
Right.
And recently, he had a sausage biscuit. I think he's the change.
With that bacon
And I was like, I told him, I was like, I'm glad. And it sounds crazy. I was like, yo, I'm glad that you enjoying what you like to eat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, if you want a pork chop sandwich, because I don't eat that, I'm glad that you
John's Friday night.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, but it's something so simple. He was doing it because now I'm not gonna cook it, but if you out and about and you want to enjoy a little piece of fat back,
Yeah.
don't get that back. And it's easy to do that. It's easy to get caught up in. And I'm talking about something simple now, like
Yeah. Right. Right.
your food choice.
Yeah.
You gonna change your food choice
Yeah.
because you got in a relationship. So.
Yeah.
Welcome back to the bacon.
Yeah.
But I think the key thing that you said is that is a simple thing that you can lose yourself quickly and not even notice because you're just doing your routine, normal life things. So, it's important to sit back and kind of reflect and see what, it's always good to reflect on yourself.
For sure. I think, when people think about losing yourself, they think you got to be going crazy or just down and out. But like she said, it's easy to kind of get sidetracked. I know for me, as a man, you want to provide, for your family,
Right.
make sure they straight. So it was a point in time where I got caught up in just focusing on getting ahead so much, saving money and doing X, Y, and Z for my family that I was actually not showing my family the attention that they needed. I'm focusing on something that's far ahead instead of the present. You know what I'm saying? So I had to really get out of that habit.
Right.
And plus, I don't think people realize losing yourself is going to happen multiple times throughout your life. Like, you get what I'm saying? You're going to have, like, seasons where you just kind of fall off from doing certain things, and then you realize, like, hey, I used to do this. I need to start back doing that. So,
Right.
it happens.
The whole money thing, man, like, you just got to really cherish the moments that you have, the present time, you know what I'm saying, and what's most important right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And buy what you want in life.
But on a budget.
Because you only live once.
Yeah, because Chris, at one point, I felt like he was kind of like, how can I put it? I mean, he might not have actually been this way, but I kind of felt like it was almost kind of like depressed a little bit. Like, because you were so focused on saving money, getting ahead. I'm like, we ain't struggling. It's money in the bank. What you tripping about?
Yeah, I kind of reverted back to, like, me, how I came up. It was like my whole childhood was basically like survival mode type situation. So, when you come up that way, it's hard to, get away from that and just quit living day to day in survival mode. So I had to break away from that, but it take time.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
definitely.
Because you're talking about years and years of survival mode in a place where that's all you
So,
witness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know if y'all remember, but like it was some years ago in our little group chat, we kind of had a conversation about that. Y'all remember?
I do.
And it kind of touched on that, so it just reminded me of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was a serious conversation me and him had to have because I'm like, I'm thinking everything good, like I'm sleeping good and I ain't worried about no money, like, and then he tripping. I'm like, dude, come on, really?
Yeah.
But then I had to take a step back and was like, you know, that's how he grew up, and that's something I never had to deal with, like, you know, so just something to think about.
Sure.
So moving on to my next question. Do y'all have strategies for balancing personal time and couple time?
Nico?
What you think, man?
That's that codependency.
I get to shaking over here.
I don't know if I have any strategies. I guess, like we said earlier, just communicate your needs and what you need. You know, allow your spouse to have that time. Don't be selfish and try to be like, oh no, or I want to come. If they need that time, let them have that alone time.
Yeah.
Yeah, so me and my wife, like we went out to breakfast this morning, and me and her was talking, about like personal time, and I was trying to like tell her that I thought my personal time was when I was at work, but she was like, no, that's not your personal time, because you still got to deal with your boss, you still got to deal with your laborers, the people that work under you, like, so you, like, that's not your personal time. Your personal time is exactly what it says, personal. It's for yourself. So I wouldn't say that I got strategies, but she was just like, you need to start taking the time out and doing things for yourself. And I was like, yeah, because I don't do anything for myself at all. It's always get up, go to work, the girls basketball, come home, making sure the dog's good. It's like, it's never personal time. So I just got to learn how to balance that and also make sure she happy. So
Yeah, I don't know how you do that.
He does
I
not.
never-
So this is a struggle for him. So I'm grateful we had this conversation this morning. This was a breakthrough for us. Because like I told him not taking time for himself, whether it's riding in the car, doing whatever, going to hang out with your friends, that puts you in a situation that you're always on edge. You're always on edge. So something simple question can cause you to go off the edge, and it's something very simple. But it's just because you haven't allowed yourself time to relax. Like you have to relax. Sleeping does not count as relaxed time. You know, like you have to go out. You have to do things that you enjoy. We're going to be good. I know how to take the dogs outside. I know how to let them out. So you definitely need time so that you can come back and you can be somebody that I want to spend time with.
right. As we said that this morning too, like she ain't lying. She can ask me, like it could be something so small, and I told her this morning, and I apologize for it, because she can ask me something and I just snap, and she's like, you do that because you don't take no time out for yourself. Like you don't have no time for yourself. You always, like she said, I'm always on edge. I'm always doing something with other people. It's never just Buki by herself. Never. So I got to start doing that so my relationship can get better.
That's important.
Very.
And I didn't think it was an important thing, but it really is. I need that. I need it. So,
Yeah.
Because you have to think about it. Quality time, just because we are together, it's not quality if we're frustrated with each other. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, because from 2:30 to 4:30, I love my husband dearly, but That's me time. I know at 4:31 he's gonna be calling me, so I need to get that me time in.
It's important.
Yeah.
And that's what I thought though. Like at work, like I got my headphones in, I'm vibing, I'm working. Like she like, no, that's not personal time. That's
You
not
at
it.
work though. You doing something
Yeah,
Right.
Yeah,
somebody else wants you to do.
yeah, exactly.
That's the girl
Exactly.
chick.
Yeah, exactly. To pay the bills.
Right.
So, yeah, man.
And then you take that check to get your personal time to do what you want to do. That's personal.
It's facts though. It's facts.
So I wouldn't say strategies. I mean, I guess some people do have strategies. You just got to figure out that time.
Yeah.
Like I'm the type of person where I'm not gonna lie. Like she said earlier, she rushed through the week. I'm always gonna rush through the week. I'm just gonna keep it real. I'm always rushing through the week. Ask Chris every Sunday before I go to bed. Lord, please let this week go by fast. I say it because Monday through Friday is work. Now after work, I do have my alone time. Whether it's I'll send him a text like, "Hey, today on the way home, I'm going to get my nails done. I'll see you when I get to the house. Y'all gonna have to figure something out about food, you know." But I think you should just probably find time. And I understand it's going to be kind of hard, especially during the week, because we have, you got a routine schedule. When you get up, you go to work. The girls got games. You got to get the dogs. But maybe just try to start off on a Saturday or something when you off and
It's
take
definitely
some
gonna
time
be-
for yourself.
Right.
It's gonna be a sacrifice for that time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like for me, my time is first thing in the morning. I'm going to the gym early. I'm up early. I hit the gym. That's my time where I ain't nobody asking me to do anything. I'm doing something that I love to do. It's peaceful first thing in the morning. So that's my time.
Right.
But it's always gonna be a sacrifice for that time though. But it's something that you need. So make that happen, brother.
Yeah.
Yes.
Definitely.
We don't want you on the edge, Ken.
Yeah.
Right.
You
That's
know what I'm
right.
saying?
Don't push us, cause we're close to the.
Real, man.
Nobody got time for that.
No, man. I'd be stressed out.
No.
Go get you a massage, man.
Kill me.
No, I won't.
You say that.
Hey,
You say that.
get your time, baby.
You like the spaz because I was looking at K Michelle last night.
Oh, I was about to spaz because you was in my view and I couldn't see my girl. I said, you about to get punched.
Yeah, that's what's up though. I definitely will, man. Like no strategies. I'm just gonna take the time out. So you understand, right?
Of course.
All right, say no more. All right, so that was a great topic, man. We had some good conversation here. So, do anybody have any final thoughts or final words they want to say?
I really hope y'all really understand how important it is for y'all to maintain yourself. How important it is to maintain your independence and do the things that you love to do.
And we want y'all to understand how it is so important to just be happy with yourself before going into any relationship or a marriage. That is very important. And also understand that your spouse purpose is not to make you happy. It's to enhance your happiness. So keep that in mind.
Yes, Lord.
All right, so that's a wrap for that episode, man. We want to thank y'all for tuning in, and remember to subscribe, go like, follow us, keep listening.
And remember,
The wedding is only the beginning.